The flair for drama that invests the night watch with so much energy carries over into Rembrandt's more intimate work. His portraits go far beyond the mere rendering of facial features and social position. In the eyes of Rembrandt's subjects, we read personal and private history and psychological nuance. Rembrandt made this self-portrait at the age of 23. It is Rembrandt's steady, deep, probing gaze, that penetrating look to something beyond the surface, that distinguishes what many consider his greatest work, that monument of self-scrutiny, his self-portraits. In about 40 paintings, 20 engravings, and 10 drawings, Rembrandt offers us himself, an individual. This extended act of self-portraiture was unprecedented in Western art. It may be instructive to look once more at Velázquez's great meditation on art. The painter confronts us with a challenging stare, daring us to follow his lead in contemplating the nature of perceived reality. But Velázquez stands in a highly structured social and political framework, which is part and parcel of the meaning of the painting. Rembrandt also portrays himself confronting the viewer and in relation to his craft. But Rembrandt is entirely alone with his palette, ready to define himself in his characteristic thick impasto, the paint troweled on and worked with his fingers rather than with the brush. Rembrandt, in his solitude, with his direct look and with his coarse, visibly applied paint, asserts his presence, his selfness, his individuality as the matter for contemplation.
In the story of Western art, the 17th century, the age of Baroque, began through much of Europe in subjection to the ideals of the Italian Renaissance. But by the end of the century, new artistic tastes had developed, new ways of seeing the world. Boldly naturalistic, richly sensual, ambitiously intellectual, passionate and profound. Baroque artists had served a variety of masters in achieving that. They had, as always, provided the images of power for absolute monarchs whose subjects now increasingly saw them as all too mortal. They had provided religious images to bolster a faith shaken by the rise of modern science and by religious conflict. But something else had happened. By the end of the century, Western artists had achieved, as never before, the depiction of inwardness. Look how Rembrandt fixes our gaze, draws us in, plays with our emotions, compelling our attention to the mystery of a single human heart.